Sorry, and I'm gonna eat popcorn and drink a shake while we're doing this.
Sorry. All right. So I want to welcome everyone to September. Welcome to a new start, fresh start to a new month, and kind of just regroup. I think the beginning of the month is a great time to, kind of like assess goals and see if there's anything that we need to refocus. Um, and also, we forget where resources are, we forget how much we have available, which makes me think right now something else to share. But I'm going to try to run through, I'm going to screen share a few things to make sure that you guys know where to find things. But then at any point, if there's questions you have, reach out to your specific coach or ask in the group. Because often if there's a question that you have, somebody else has it or has had it in the past and could share insight on it. So right now I'm going to screen share. Sorry, get rid of my folders in the background. All right, so we'll start with the easiest first, workouts. So to access your workouts, you just go to Beachbody On Demand, and then you can scroll through and choose any of them with the exception of Morning Meltdown. Morning Meltdown is still in what's considered a VIP access period. What Beachbody has done is new programs get released, and there's a window in which they are open for VIP access only, and you can spend a little amount to access them earlier, or you can wait a few months and they later become part of the Beachbody On Demand library. The next program that will be launching, and I'm going to forget the date, it's very soon. It's called 6 Weeks of Hard Work. No, what is it, Glow?
The work.
The work. But it's 6 weeks and they're like 45 minutes. It's not really a modified versions. It's a intermediate to an advanced program. There's an explicit and a, what is it, PG basically. There are swear words and there's two different versions. So just as a heads up, but there is the option without swear words. It's an MBA trainer. So he's an expert in this field. So if you feel like you really need to step it up in your workouts, might be a program that's good fit for you right now. And we can share more information. But with your workouts, all the programs, one thing that's shifting, and we're going to talk about this, is Beachbody created To Be Mindset, which is a mindset-based nutrition program. It's very visual. I was sharing with Darcy before we started recording that it's very visual and gives you guidelines for each meal to follow and snacks. And a lot of catchphrases to help you with emotional eating. That food is very emotional for all of us, whether we think about it or not. We eat certain things when we're happy. We eat certain things when we're sad. We eat certain things when we're mad. Our choices are heavily based on emotions or memories, which are emotional. There are a lot of things that I can trigger back to childhood of, oh, we had this at grandma's house, we had this at Sunday dinners, this is a comfort food for X, Y, and Z, versus eating to fuel our body. So she talks, Ilana Molsted's a dietitian that is over in California, and this is what she teaches one-on-one. So very valuable investment that you could make. Ultimate Portion Fix is different. I never want to say one is better than the other. I've gone through both, and I think they have really good insight for different reasons. Ultimate Portion Fix gives more specifics. This is exactly how many portions you need based off of your goals and your body, and different paths in which you can take, and food lists that go with it. And it just depends on your personality, what you think you need, what you think you can benefit, and you can even utilize both. I utilize both principles depending on where I am, if I'm on vacation or I'm home, or my goals at that point. So I incorporate them both. With that being said, because they're such thorough and just, yeah, like complete programs. Beachbody is no longer doing what they did in the past, where they would release a workout and it would have a nutrition guide that went with that specific program. So, you know, P90X has its own, you know, Body Beast kind of has its own. Now it gives general guidelines with the workout program. So if you click on Morning Meltdown, because this is the first one really they started with, when you click on program materials, this is the same for all programs. When you click on program materials, you'll see bonus resources that they share with you. Like this has a journal that comes with it. They have calendars or trackers sometimes, and then their nutrition guides. So what you would see with newer programs is more of a general overview. Okay, this is your weight, this is your goal, this is what you need to take on. Now, I share in the group, you basically have a choice. When you are looking at your goals, workouts are great. Workouts are going to chisel you out. They are going to increase your metabolism. They're very important for me. They're as much emotional thing as they are for my physical health. But your nutrition is where you're going to get the bulk of your results. So if you're not really following, and I mean really following a program, then you're not going to get the results. If you, excuse my language, half-ass your nutrition, you're going to get half-ass results. Like that's, I'm just being honest. Like, and I would hate for you to have goals and be frustrated that you're not achieving them because you're missing this big component. So if you're someone that feels stuck, it's not the workouts that you really need to, it's not that you need to switch a program. Like the workouts, whatever program you do, they're phenomenal. You know, you can, you know, challenge yourself by increasing your weights or, you know, changing the moves. Maybe you're quote unquote modifying and trying the regular, you know, full push-up or whatever, but really like nutrition. And I shared with a group, I love Shakeology, and I think Shakeology is not only great for nutrition, I think it helps simplify things for me on the go all the time. It's one meal that I know is a solid, healthy meal every single day. But if you're really struggling, take a month off from your Shakeology. If you've been doing this for a while, and invest in 2B Mindset or Ultimate Portion Fix. Really get the sound foundation that you need if you're choosing between what investment to take. Now, that's my honest opinion. Someone else, you know, can share a different insight, but starting out, I think it's hard to tackle everything all at once. So if you're just starting out and you just want to get consistent with your workouts and have an easy meal, then do Shakeology and then do your nutrition later. Or some people start with nutrition. There's ladies in our group that didn't do workouts at first and lost a lot of weight. Gloria, I'm gonna, you know, shout you out, like made incredible progress with just 2B Mindset and later added in, you know, the workouts, and now has, you know, incorporated Ultimate Portion Fix. But I do stand by, I think Shakeology is an awesome supplement. I feel amazing drinking it every day, but it is something that if you're concerned about cost or investment to consider. And what Ultimate Portion Fix and 2B Mindset are, I'm going to jump over and just show you briefly what they would look like if you purchase them, is their video modules. Okay, just kidding. It's going to give me an error message. Well, you can't see it, but they break them down. They really talk about the food groups and why you need them and the importance and what to look for, because what is a vegetable? What we consider a vegetable is not what our body sometimes processes. And without getting into too much detail, I'll throw a couple examples that as a family, we had to make the change. Is our vegetables we were feeding our kids were corn and peas, and ourselves. Like, we weren't really eating vegetables. We were eating vegetables that were so high in carbohydrates, they're actually considered a carbohydrate, whether you're following 2B Mindset or Ultimate Portion Fix. And that can really impact your results if that's what you're considering a vegetable. So make sure whatever you're committing to, that you are utilizing those food lists as guides to get the results you're looking for. Now, if money is a concern, or just something you're not sure you're ready to invest in Ultimate Portion Fix or 2B Mindset, I did share this with a group of ladies, is my suggestion, depending on the workout program you're following, like Morning Meltdown doesn't give as much specifics. I do recommend hopping over to 21 Day Fix and pulling up the nutrition guide there. And that is going to give you a really good jumping off point. And then if you decide later down the road, but if you need something to start now without spending anything else, go use this as a guide. And if you have questions about accessing any of that or implementing it, but it tells you exactly what you need to do as far as calculate it out. One other thing I'm going to throw out before moving topics is if you are nearing the end of your weight loss goal, if you have 5 to 10 pounds, you are, according to Autumn, technically in maintenance mode. So you want to make sure that you're taking in enough calories each day. I think this is a society thing. We want to lose weight, eat less. Your body needs enough calories of the right calories to burn fat. So if you don't eat enough, if you don't take in enough each day, you will not sometimes get rid of that last 5-10 pounds. Your body's going to hold on to that. So bumping up a bracket, if you're like, say, eating an A and you're the last 5-10 pounds, bumping up to a B could be your way to break that barrier. There was something else I was going to say and I totally forgot, but and when you calculate it, if you're on the cusp, if you're like, say, 169 and she says plan A is, whatever to 169, you're still plan A. If you're 170 and you're just in plan B, you're in plan B. So according to Autumn, stick to those and try it for 2 weeks, eating according to a nutrition guide that, once you calculate everything out, do it for 2 weeks before making adjustments. When you're starting an exercise routine, when you're drinking more water and cutting out foods, your weight may fluctuate until your body kind of finds a rhythm. And then 2 weeks is about the time frame where you can reassess and see if you need to make changes. I'm just checking notes. Tracking, I recommend. 2B Mindset is based all around tracking. So if you're not tracking and you're following 2B Mindset, then you're not truly following 2B Mindset. But even with Ultimate Portion Fix, you can use the app, the Nutrition Plus app, which is Beachbody's nutrition app, or in our Facebook group. I'm going to hop over there and show that to you guys now. When you go to our Facebook group, if you're looking for recipes, if you're looking for anything, they are here. I tried to pull a lot of resources and organize it-ish for you all. I will try to always I got to reorganize the current challenge resources at the top, and then kind of go in order of potentially the most useful. So the getting started, it's kind of all the basic things that you would need, the food journals in there, talking about personal goals, how to take your measurements, the Beachbody challenge, take your before photos and then take your after photos, and you can submit it into Beachbody and they will give you a free shirt. Or you can even move past that and be one of the challenge winners. There's like 1,000, then I don't know if it's 10,000 after that, and then yearly there's like a top winner, which I think it was 100,000, which is awesome. Talks about your water goals. There are sometimes program specific folders. So Morning Meltdown, because it was very specific. I had some things in there. Personal development, morning routine. They're huge for me. They're a big part of my success. And that I've seen with other people. So some of the key things that I use in my morning routine I put in there. I will also save posts from you guys sometimes if I think it's beneficial for other people to see. I will try to save it in one of these units. Personal development is one of those things that we may brush it off, but I highly recommend it. If you feel like you struggle with self-confidence, motivation, being organized, morning routines, basically anything that you currently struggle with, I will promise you there is a book, an audiobook that is phenomenal for that. And if you need tips or questions, recommendations, post in the group, or you can reach out to your coach. I'm sure that they have great suggestions. A couple of my kind of more recent ones, because I am starting to gather physical copies, but I'm a big audiobook person. When I'm driving, when I'm doing dishes, putting the girls' lunch together, just when I'm waking up, are times when I listen to an audiobook or a podcast. But the Miracle Equation or the Miracle Morning, both are phenomenal for Miracle Equation is more life-based. Miracle Morning, of course, is morning routine. The author also went through cancer treatments, and he is just super inspiring, like his whole story and how he tries to live life. Another favorite of mine is Rachel Hollis, Girl Stop Apologizing, or Girl Wash Your Face. I like Rachel Hollis. I don't follow her as closely recently, but just because I've shifted what I need to work on. But she's kind of like the kick in the pants that I sometimes need, I think, when I'm in a mental funk. And she just kind of helps you get over your mental barriers. Own Your Everyday. Jordan Lee Dooley. She also has podcasts. I prefer to read her book, but it's a lot about just life. And I don't know, it's good. One that I'm going to be reading in October, and I open it up to you guys, is JOMO, or Joy of Missing Out, JOMO. And it's all about doing less to live more. Giving up things that are good things to really enjoy the great things. So those are just some suggestions that I have for you guys. Gloria or Darcy, any that since you're on the call, anything that you've listened or love? Sorry, as you're snacking.
Yeah, popcorn. Definitely Rachel Hollis. I do like her. I think she's a good one to start with, especially if you're new to personal development. I would also recommend, if you're a faith-based person, check out a podcast that aligns with your faith. I think that's really good as well. The Miracle Morning, I would do either of them. They're the only ones I can think of off the top of my head.
Yeah. All right. So it's something that I think we overlook, or we don't think about having such an impact on our fitness goals, or we may not just put as much value or weight into. So just something to consider, because it has been a huge part, I think, in my personal journey with goals in life. Even as marriage, like they talk about personal development, not just being like goals, but, we've read, I'm not all the way through, but Play to Their Strengths, which is like a parenting book, and working with kids, or like parenting with love and logic. If parenting is something that you want to grow in or struggle with, because everything works together. Relationships, health, nutrition, it's all together. So I recommend that. Shakeology, there's some recipes in here. What is Shakeology? Like, why? Shakeology, I'm going to throw this too. I don't want to go too long with our call, but Recover is a great post-workout protein. It has BCAAs, which help your muscles recover faster. I recommend, my personal experience with it is after a hard workout, something that you've maybe using a lot of weights, or maybe you're not even weights, but you're doing a lot of body, not necessary after yoga traditionally, but maybe if you've really stretched it, or if you did like hot yoga, then maybe. It's something that I use a couple times a week. I don't use it every single day. I don't find the need personally to use it every day. where Shakeology is more the whole nutrition. So it has protein with probiotics, serving of vegetables, serving of fruit, fiber, digestive enzymes. Some people feel like after drinking Shakeology consistently, and that's the key, and that's why we're focusing that on our current challenge, is consistency with it, feeling the difference. Our whole thing with nutrition is consistency. I would rather you guys make small changes that you can sustain over time than overhaul and go back to bad habits in 2 weeks. But Shakeology, the key is really having that dense nutrition on a regular basis to be able to gauge how you're feeling. I also actually recommend, especially in the beginning, picking a consistent time of day that you're going to have Shakeology, whether it's your morning because that's crazy, or maybe it's the meal that needs to be replaced. Maybe it's your most unhealthy, or maybe it's dinner time because it's most crazy for you. And so that's something that you can blend up and take to soccer. For me right now, it's the morning afternoon because it's kind of like an odd meal that I need to incorporate that my girls aren't eating, where I'll have eggs or oatmeal or something with them when I cook them breakfast in the morning. So mine has shifted, but for the longest time it was breakfast. And when we're consistent with what we eat, like pretty consistent meals, we can also get an idea of what we need to tweak with our goals. So if you're eating kind of the similar meals on a regular basis, you can know, okay, well, that's not working for me. I can't eat these foods in the evening because I don't lose weight. Where if I eat this kind of meal, if I eat really, heavy veggie with protein in the evening, I see progress. But if I eat too much yellows in the evening, I'm not seeing progress. So tracking can help you with that as well. This month, our challenge is in the tracker. For the next few months until the end of the year is my plan, is to do our challenges in the tracker. What is great, and I can't show you on the desktop version, but you can log, you can tell where it says like logged a workout, or let me scroll down to somebody that logged Shakeology. Log Shakeology. You can kind of see, and it's a feed where it's all chronological. It's by the time people posted. You'll get alerts when a coach posted. I don't want you guys on any of the platforms all day. My goal is for you to check in once a day, log your stuff, scroll, add a couple comments, like other people's posts, share if they shared something, comment about it, or if they had a question and you can relate or have insight, then comment about that and cheer each other on. That's my goal for the group. I cannot save a lot in the app. I can add some files, but I can't go live like I can Facebook. So our Facebook group is our ongoing resource group right now. I will save things. If you scroll through here, there are, nutrition tips and resources. There's more information about the nutrition program. So if you want to just research, you can do it there. I can also send you some if I'm your coach or your coach can. Prenatal, postnatal resources, I did put some there. If you're curious about coaching, shared a little bit about my team and our mission. And then recipes. So I have saved some recipes, and we're running out of time. I'm not going to be able to find it while I'm looking now, but I did link all of the container system brackets. So your plan A, plan B, plan C, I've saved the Beachbody nutrition plans in there. Now, I do want to go back really quickly to Beachbody On Demand. There's the Beachbody blog. Guys, this just makes your meal planning super easy and calculating containers. Pinterest, you can find stuff. I'm not going to knock it. It is something that I do sometimes go and browse ideas, but know that they are not all Autumn or Ilana recipes. They could be coaches or just people who containerized a recipe. So to really like make sure that you're getting like specific balanced meals, go to Beachbody blog. You know, they're created by the nutritionists, dietitians, the people in the field. So they are here. You can click on meal plans. There's more stuff on Shakeology, whether it's recipes, cheats and treats. There's other recipes there. There's also just like articles and resources, but there's recipes you can click on. And I go here a lot when we have holiday events, and I'll just do the search bar and I'll type in, you know, like barbecue sides or Christmas or whatever. And, you know, depending on the words or phrases I use, we'll come up with some great ideas. So just know that's there. This month, we are narrowing things down. You are going to see the most progress if you invest all of your time into your number one goal. If you have a consistent workout routine, then look at your next goal. What else do you need to do to help you with your journey, your health and fitness journey? Is it waking up without snoozing? Is it getting in water? Is it sleeping more? Is it narrowing in on nutrition? And focus all of your attention on that, where you're going to maintain your exercise. I'm not telling you give that up. That's already become a habit. Once you create the habit of one thing, then move on to the next. So everyone should have this that has committed to the September challenge, but it's a very simple tracker this month. Use whatever works for you. This is just a resource if you want to use it. But on there it says like this month I will, and that's your goal, like commit to Ultimate Portion Fix. And because you need to know why it's important to you. I can tell you till I'm blue in the face why it's important, but you need to internalize why it's important. It's more than you want to be 125 pounds or I want to be 130 pounds or 100, whatever your weight is. You know, that's just a common goal. So I'm just throwing it out there. But why? Like, how do you feel? Like, you know, I feel my best. I feel my strongest. I feel my healthiest. I won't be on X meds if I am this weight. I can run after my kids. I can complete a 5K. You know, that's why it's important. I can feel confident when I look in the mirror. I can have energy for my kids. Whatever it is, that's what's going to drive you, because you're not going to be motivated every day. I shared in the group a thing from Rachel Hollis. You just have to show up. And another thing I'm going to throw out there is this group is a community together. I'm going to stop screen sharing. We're a community, and we're here to cheer each other on, but don't get lost in other people's journey. It does not matter the progress anyone else is making. And if someone else is having success, that doesn't mean that you can't have success. And just because someone's having success doesn't mean you're a failure, because you don't know what they're going through. One, you don't know what their workouts look like. You don't know the weights they're using. You don't know their family history, their health history. Like, there's so many factors that go into our journeys. Even if you start the same program on the same day, your progress is going to be different. The foods that one consumes is different than the other. And the foods that we each can eat affect our bodies differently. I can eat the exact same things as Gloria and it could have different results. I could, eat completely different things than Darcy and we could have the same, weight loss in a month or something. You can't compare to one another. Be there to cheer each other on, and know that it doesn't matter. Like, whatever is happening on the sidelines does not matter. What is happening in your lane is all that matters. We have about 5 minutes. Darcy or Gloria, questions or things that you have learned that you want to share with everyone else in a group that would be helpful?
I've learned a lot. I just think the resources, like when I was struggling trying to find them, you not only showed them to me, but you showed me how to get to them. So I think that's a big thing. And when I see people sharing recipes, I just save them into some of my favorites. Like, I have a section for oils, and I have a section for Beachbody where I save everything on Facebook, so I can go right back to it.
That's smart.
I'm able to do it. But yeah.
Can you do folders? Or is it just all saved on Facebook?
It could be folders, I guess.
I don't know if it is, or if it's just like all your saved stuff. I'm really bad. I save stuff and forget about it, so.
Yeah, and well, I have it saved. I have some stuff for Kale, for Cora, and my oils, and then the Beachbody.
Okay. Gloria, anything that you think is helpful?
I think, like you said, just focusing on your journey. It's great to get inspiration from others, but try not to let that deter you. And you know, just reach out when you feel like you need some support. We're all here, and you know, most of us have had very similar journeys, so you're not the only one that is, you know, maybe struggling. Or if you want to celebrate, don't be ashamed to do either. So
yeah, and I want to stress that, like, share. It's not bragging in a negative thing. Like, share your wins in the group, because it's super motivating, I think, for even for me, like, to hear that from you guys, that like, oh, this worked, and tell what you're doing too. Like, oh, I've been following this, or I've been doing this workout, because then it lets people know, or products. If you feel like something has really helped you, like maybe Recover is your thing. Like for you, it's been a big part of your journey and has helped you a lot. Or Power Greens is a great way for you. Like I actually noticed an energy boost when I'm drinking in the afternoon, which is weird. I tried it during Ultimate Reset. So that's when I got consistency with it. And that's key. Like collagen, I'm going to throw this out there. Collagen is something that I aim to do consistently, but I didn't develop the habit of using it at a specific time of day. So it was really hard for me to be consistent with it. And I can't speak on it yet. I've only bought it once and I'm not done with it, but I didn't have it daily. And that's why I say Shakeology, drink it every day for a month to really know. That's why I have the empty bag guarantee, because then you can say at the end of the month, yes, it worked. No, it didn't. As far as like making me feel better for X, Y, and Z. Same with exercise. That's why, you know, MM100 is designed the way it is the consistency of exercise over time. You know, if you do something sporadically, it's really hard to know what's working and what's not. But all right, we have less than a minute. If you have questions, like I said, reach out to your coach, share it in the group. But I'm excited about getting back to the app because I do love it for a lot of reasons. So, and we'll do another call in 2 weeks, and Gloria is going to lead that. So if you have anything you want to hear on, let us know. All right, guys, thanks for hopping on, and you guys have a great night.
Thanks. You have a good night too.